over. I don't know what to do for our vlog.
I have an idea.
Oh, I have a light bulb person. Come in here, light bulb person.
We should do a video blog.
Yeah! Bye, light bulb person.
Bye.
What are you doing? I'm packing.
For what?
Going west.
Ooh, can I come with?
Yep.
So why do you want to go west? I don't get it.
Well, there's a lot of cheap fertile land for farming. I got a lot of crops I gotta plant. See, I don't have enough feed for my calves here. And I heard there's a lot of gold over there. It was discovered in Colorado.
I heard that too, like
Yeah.
58.
I'm gonna go over and strike it rich because that's what we miners do.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna start my own business too because I'm gonna get rich.
Jeez, you're gonna be busy.
Heck yes I am. And then, you know what else drove me out there?
What?
I want to see the railroads.
Me too. I heard how the government just gave them a grant for that.
Yeah, they were just built. You know what else?
What?
The Homestead Act was passed by government.
Oh, where you can get the free land and stuff?
Yep, you get 160 acres of land for free to any citizen or intended citizen who's head of the household. And guess what? I live on my own, so I'm the head of the household.
Lucky.
Yep.
I want to go west.
Well, I better get going.
Doodle.
Westward wall the wagon!
Yeah! So Jen, you just left for the west like a year ago. I thought you wanted to live out there. Why did you change your mind?
Well, you see, we didn't get any rain out there, so everything was really dry. And because it was really dry, things started on fire really easy. A lot of people lost a lot.
Jats do tend to start fires. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. And then came the rain all at once. Everything was flooded. I lost like half my crops. And then the other half, locusts appeared with awful locust plagues. Killed the rest of my crops.
That's awful.
Yeah, and because I don't have any crops, I went into debt. Couldn't pay back anything.
That must have been really bad.
Yeah, and because I don't have any crops, everything else I had to sell. And most of it was gone because of the Native American raids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of the Native Americans and the outlaws, they raid your houses, steal whatever you have.
What was your house like?
Well, see, we didn't have a lot of trees. There was no trees out there. And so
What'd you build it out of?
ground, land, grass, shrubs. Yeah, it's called a sod house, made of grass, leaves, twigs.
That doesn't sound very fun at all.
Nope, I missed home, so I'm back.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Me too, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
Hello, Jen speaking.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, not a whole lot, I'm just hanging out, writing my paper on my typewriter.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm taking a break now from my history project.
Oh!
My teacher is so awesome. I really hope he gives me the A+ that I know me and my partner really deserve.
I think if he knew what he was talking about, that he really would.
I believe you're right, and I just hope he realizes that when he's grading my project.
If he gives you a bad grade, I will personally speak to him.
Me too, and then he won't be my favorite teacher anymore either.
How?
So I'm really glad that we have this telephone now so we can actually communicate, like, without having to go all the way to your house since you live across town.
I know, you live so far away.
Yeah, I really love this whole Industrial Revolution thing. It's so helpful.
I know, it's great, right? Do you know what actually caused it?
I do you?
Not really.
Do you want me to tell you about it?
Of course.
Okay. Well, one of the big causes were all the natural resources that we found here in America, because it's just so abundant with them that we could use them to build things and tons of different stuff.
So when you say natural resources, you mean like trees and oil and all those things?
Yeah, and then the gold, because everyone loves gold.
Of course I have this gold bracelet. It's so pretty.
I know, all that wonderful stuff.
Exactly.
And the government, they're starting to help the businesses so they can make more production and make more money.
Yeah, they're really helping my job because now that our company has more money because of the help of the government, I still have my job.
Yeah, and have you noticed how the cities are growing and everything?
Yeah, there's a lot more people.
I know, and that totally helps the businesses have more people to sell to.
That's a good thing.
So do the railroads. Have you noticed that? They have them out in the West. We can get products everywhere.
I know, my cousin went out in the West.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the one I was really good friends with?
Yeah.
Doesn't he, look just like you?
Pretty close.
I thought so. And then, haven't you heard about how the immigrants provide really cheap labor because they just are happy to be here and be making money?
I know, they should be happy. They're really lucky that we let them in.
I know, I don't really appreciate them taking some of our jobs, but I've still got mine, so it's okay.
Exactly.
And, oh my gosh, did you hear about all that oil they found?
I know. I can, picture it, down in Texas where they have their oil mills and, oil, shooting out of the ground, in fountains.
I know. And then we even got the Bessemer process now.
What's that?
Well, it's where they melt the iron and they pump in oxygen so they can make steel cheaply and efficiently. Sorry, I had a bit of speaking problem.
Oh, that's okay. I do that all the time. It's like having a blonde moment, except not as frequent.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I gotta go help my mom with something, so I'll talk to you later.
But I wasn't done telling you about the Industrial Revolution.
Oh, well, can you wrap it up?
I suppose I can. So the other part is the 3 main inventions that have just been invented. There's the light bulb, invented by Thomas Edison.
I know, now I don't have to read, only during the day. I can read whenever I want.
Exactly. And then that typewriter, you said you were writing your paper on it, didn't you?
Exactly, we have it. I love it.
Such a great invention.
Exactly.
And obviously the one we're on right now, the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell's a genius.
I know, he's so smart.
Well, I suppose I'll let you go now.
Alright, good luck with your project.
Oh, thanks. Good luck with your paper.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm bored. Me too. What should we do? I got it. Let's play Monopoly. What is a Monopoly anyway?
Well, it's where all these businesses, they combine and they form a bigger business.
Oh, where they take over a company and own most of the industry?
Exactly.
I remember learning that now from my awesome history teacher who wants to give me an A+.
Yeah, I know. It's great.
He's pretty awesome, I've heard.
Yeah. Do you want to know one of the big guys who made Monopoly?
I do.
Mr. Carnegie. He did. He bought, all the steel companies and, overpowered all the steel companies.
And did he even buy, the people who helped make other stuff to produce steel?
Yeah.
So crazy. This guy is, really smart.
Exactly. It's really kind of scary.
Yeah. Because then he had control over everything in the industry.
Yeah. Just like Rockefeller.
Yeah, didn't he, use trust to gain control instead, though?
Yeah. And he controlled all the oil companies.
Yeah. Just in America, though.
Yeah. I really like playing with these.
Me too. It reminds me when I was little.
Really?
Yeah. You know what else it reminds me of?
What?
How housing was back during all the urbanization around the Industrial Revolution.
Why were there so many people during urbanization and the Industrial Revolution?
Well, all the immigrants were coming in through Ellis Island, and then the farmers were moving into the cities because there were more opportunities as far as jobs go, and you could have more fun.
Oh, you could totally have more fun in the city. It's kind of boring out in the country, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like coming to your house.
Gee, fine.
Kidding.
You know what was really bad, though, about urbanization?
What was?
There were a lot of problems with sanitation. People just kind of threw their garbage out in the street, and there was manure on the street. There's no dump system. That's kind of why it got that bad.
And didn't they, not have any clean drinking water or anything?
Yeah, people had to be really careful because they could get diseases really fast. There's a lot of disease.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. And then there was really cramped spaces. They lived in houses called tenements. There were the little apartment buildings. It was really cramped.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of like these doll houses would be if we tried to live in them.
Yeah, that'd be awful. There's we're big and
they're little.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a lot of crime because there wasn't much police enforcement.
Were there a lot of fires too because there was such poor sanitation and it was so dry sometimes?
Yeah, and everything was so cramped together that the fire spread really easy.
They didn't even have a volunteer fire force yet.
Exactly. But there were some good things, I guess. Like a lot of cheap labor because of all the immigrants coming in.
Yeah, didn't that help with like the Industrial Revolution and everything?
Yep, it helped a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
But then, weren't the immigrants kind of taking our jobs too?
Yeah, they kind of were, but they did provide cheap labor, which
So,
was nice.
it was kind of both positive and negative.
Exactly. Like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why people are going to invite your people to a party?
My people don't want to go to your party. They're too cool. I'm really excited to go to America. In my country, there was a lot of famine, and there wasn't very much land at all. In my religious and political beliefs, I wasn't allowed to have them, or I'd get jail. And here in America, there's so many job opportunities and other chances, and I can even get reunited with my sister who's been here for about 5 years. Yay, America!
So when the immigrants arrived at the United States, they had to go somewhere. So they went to Ellis Island, where they were forced to check in.
Ellis Island is located at the mouth of the Hudson Bay.
12 million immigrants went through Ellis Island, all coming here for job opportunities or family.
It was a very vigorous process that the immigrants had to go through at Ellis Island.
They first had to start by checking in, where they were asked a series of questions, such as what their job was, how much money they had with them, their name, or their age.
They were then given an exam by a doctor, where they would get letters on their backs saying if something was wrong with them or not.
Doctors forced immigrants to walk upstairs just to make sure there was no physical sickness.
This was very difficult on the immigrants.
If they had a marking on their back, they were forced to stay in the hospital. 2% of those immigrants stayed at the hospital and died there, which is why Ellis Island was also called the Island of Tears. If they had to stay in the hospital, they were sometimes released. And once they got out of Ellis Island, they were then let go to the family and to find jobs. We will now demonstrate what immigrants had to go through at Ellis Island.
See, Ellis Island, yes.
Hello, where are you from?
Yeah, yes.
Europe's not a country.
Here, country, yes.
Okay, alright. How old are you?
23. It's 7 months. It's 28 days.
Okay. How much money do you have with you?
No money, Mom.
Do you have any way to get $20?
$20? Yes.
That works. Alright, so what's your job?
I get job here in America.
Okay. Alright, can you please walk up the stairs, ma'am?
Stairs, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, stairs.
Yes.
Keep going.
No follow.
Stop.
Now what?
Continue upstairs, please.
Lady mean, yes. I beat lady up.
Yeah, I got a sick one here, so she's gonna stay in the hospital with us for a couple days. And then I'll let her back out and she can be free to go to America. Wait, this is your bed for a while, okay? Alright, they'll treat you. Alright, well, our sick immigrant, she's healthy now, so I'm gonna let her go to America. Alright, wake up!
All Americans like you?
I don't know what that means. You can go to America now.
Americans like you? You American?
Go! Just get out of here! Leave! Sayonara!
My sister!
Yay!
I'd like to vote.
Well, we're gonna have you take a literacy test. If you can read, okay?
Okay.
And if you can read, you should be allowed to vote.
One American story. The cat owner went to the store to buy the cat a fish. The fish cost the cat's owner 75 cents.
That was better than I expected.
Good!
Do you have the money for your poll tax?
I thought we only had to take care of the literacy test.
But you need money for your poll tax.
It figures. People who get away with the grandfather clause, because their grandfathers could vote before we blacks got the right to vote, can vote. But we have to pay some stupid tax.
Well, you're lucky you even get a chance to vote.
But not really. How are we supposed to come up with that money?
On your own. Just like us white people do.
Because you guys can get jobs. So sick of not being able to use anything nice when I'm out in public.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you guys get better bathrooms, better drinking fountains, better schools, better everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not even fair that you keep it so segregated.
Oh, prove it.
Look at this. See here? This is where I have to go to the bathroom. And see here? This is where you go to the bathroom. See a difference? I do. Or they just had the Plessy versus Ferguson case. They ruled that it's legal to keep things segregated, but they said that they're equal. You just saw that. Do you think they're equal?
I think not.
See, this isn't fair toward any of us, especially us African Americans. We're being severely mistreated. Alright, for the Honorable Judge Murphy.
Thank you, be seated. Alright, we're starting our court today. I first call Simba to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Now, Mr. Simba, are you aware of the first goal of progressivism?
No.
Bailiff?
Wow, I think it's time we fill you in. The first goal of progressivism was social welfare.
And what was that all about?
Well, the progressives, those great people, they got settlement houses going for the poor. They started opening libraries so people could read more often. They even had education classes. Not only that, but they also opened swimming pools for people, and soup kitchens for the poor, and slum brigades so that they could teach immigrants how to speak English.
Now, Simba, I rule you guilty of not knowing your history. All right, for the Honorable Judge, girl Mr. Bruns is out to get.
You may be seated. I call Pig to the stand.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Pig.
Yes. Thank you. Now, Pig, can you tell us about the second goal of progressivism?
No.
Well, bailiff, take it away.
The second goal of progressivism is promoting moral improvement, which was prohibition, the banning of alcohol. Carrie Nation was a wise old woman. She helped with the prohibition. She went around to local bars with a hatchet and tore them down. Another part of promoting moral improvement was women's suffrage, which was giving women's rights.
I find you guilty of not knowing your history. All rise for the Honorable Judge Murphy.
Thank you, be seated. All right, I call Mr. Buffalo to the stand.
So help you, Buffalo?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Are you okay? I really hope you're okay. I'm very sorry about that.
Bailiff, put him in the stand and be quiet. Now, Buffalo, are you aware of the third goal of progressivism? Not really. Oh boy. Bailiff?
You people just don't know your history.
You should join Brunson's class. You really learn a lot in there. He's a great teacher. He'll give us a good grade.
So, the third goal of progressivism was creating economic reform. And there was an imbalance in how people lived and their incomes, and the progressives wanted to fix that. Also, they regulated the railroads because the railroads were taking advantage of people, and, well, obviously people don't appreciate that very much. They also put the child labor laws into play so that children couldn't work all the time and in factories in unsafe conditions. Also, working hours were reduced. Nobody wants to work a 15-hour day in a coal mine. That'd be terrible. There was also workman's comp. So if you got hurt on the job, the workplace employer would pay for your surgery or your injuries.
Yeah. I accuse you, Mr. Buffalo, of being guilty of not knowing your history. All rise for the Honorable Judge Girl Brunson's out to get.
You may be seated. I'd like to call Tigger to the stand.
I'm not supposed to raise his hand. I'll raise his tail. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Tigger.
Yes.
Objection!
What? Will help you, God.
I don't care!
Court may continue. So, Tigger, what do you know about the fourth goal of progressivism?
Not really anything.
I see. Bailiff, take it away.
The fourth goal of progressivism is fostering efficiency. Scientific management came to increase the efficiency used in their factories so that goods were produced better.
Also, didn't Frederick Taylor help with time management studies so people could manage their time more efficiently?
Correct, Mrs. Judge.
Maybe you should learn that, Tigger.
Yeah, they're about the assembly lines. They created those too. So it was more efficient because people were always doing the same job and they got goods done a lot faster. And then Henry Ford decided to motivate them by paying them $5 a day, which was a lot back then. And they also worked towards efficiency in all levels of government.
I wish my history teacher would pay me $5 a day. Maybe then I'd be more motivated toward learning.
Agreed.
Yeah. Tigger, I find you guilty of not knowing your history.
So Judge Girl Brunson's out to get. Today was a very stressful day.
I know.
No one knows their history.
I know. How can they not know about things like the Hepburn Act? Which, by the way, set maximum railroad rate. And so the railroad would have to be fair with its prices and practices.
I know in the Meat Inspection Act where they had to check their meat to make sure it was good.
Oh, kind of like the Pure Food and Drug Act where the FDA had to approve the different new products and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there was the Clayton Antitrust Act, which stated that we could break up monopolies if we had to.
Oh, and then to enforce that, they even made the Federal Trade Commission in 1914.
Yeah, they investigated companies from monopolistic practices.
That's awesome.
I know, we're so good at history.
We are. We deserve A+.
Amber, we're being taped.
I was just kidding. See if you're paying attention.
Alright, so in the Progressive era, there were quite a few amendments passed, starting with the 16th Amendment.
That allowed for graduated income taxes, so that if you were not as wealthy, you'd pay a lower percentage, and if you're very wealthy, you'd pay a higher percentage.
Exactly.
That's still around today.
Exactly. And then came the 17th Amendment, what was the direct election of senators.
Guess what amendment came after that? You're never gonna guess this one.
18. I know, it's great.
You ruined my game.
I don't care.
The 18th Amendment was prohibition. That one was the banning of alcohol. Obviously, there was another amendment after that, getting rid of this amendment.
The 19th Amendment was the women's right to vote.
About time.
I agree. Hi, I'm from America, and I'm just sitting here, floating on the USS Maine, because that's what I do here in America. Yep.
And I'm from Spain! Screw you guys!
Hey! Why are you sinking the Maine? Help me! Remember the Maine! To heck with Spain! Yeah!
Exactly!
No! I lost my weapon!
Ow! I don't want to fight anymore.
Me either. We need to solve this problem.
The Eiffel Tower is so pretty.
I know. So peaceful, and it just makes me not want to fight anymore.
Let's just not, okay?
Okay.
Why were we even fighting anyway?
Well, you guys destroyed the USS Maine, and it really made us angry, and you killed people and destroyed our property.
Well, you guys had your yellow press, and they made us look bad and exaggerated a lot about the truth.
The Yellow Press does that, you're just gonna have to get over it. We really wanted to help Cuba get their independence.
Well, what were we supposed to do about it? We're not going to give up one of our countries.
You know what? You know what you shouldn't have done? You shouldn't have sent the Delamain letter.
Well, I'm sorry, but the stuff in there is true. It's not our fault your president's a bitter for the people's admiration.
You know what? Maybe you shouldn't have concentration camps either. That really made us angry.
Well, maybe if the people in Cuba would behave instead of rebelling, we wouldn't have had this.
I guess it's not really our fault we were fighting. There's a lot of jingles in our country who are for war a lot.
Maybe.
Let's sign the Treaty of Paris and then we won't fight.
Okay.
Here's a pen.
Well, thank you. So what's all going to be on this treaty?
I don't know. I think you should give us Guam.
Well, I think we should sign this at a later date once we come to terms with what we're going to put on the treaty. Okay, so for this treaty, I think we'll give you Cuba, and you can help them become free and independent, but you have to kind of keep some control over them to lead them that way.
Oh, we will do that as long as they're free and independent.
Okay.
I think you should give us Guam and the Philippines in exchange for $20 million.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I think we could throw in Puerto Rico too.
Okay, let's sign this treaty.
Sounds like a plan.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
I want to pick out my new diplomacy.
Oh, okay. How about this one?
Let me see. Imperialistic, so I can go out and conquer territories to create an empire.
It's really
I
helpful
like
for
that.
gaining power and money.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of people like Alfred Mahan, Henry Cabot Lodge, and Teddy Roosevelt.
Uh-huh. They were people.
Stronger army and navy. Well, then I know my country's safe from others, and
It'll help you during conflicts.
Exactly. Interventionist, especially in Central and South America. I like that too. I like helping other countries, and the Latin American countries are like my little brother. I mean, it's not fair for other countries to intervene. That's my job. Strong nationalism. I really like the idea of having strong pride in my country. Don't you think that's good?
Yep, it's a really good idea. Then people are always there to back you up.
I'm going to assume this new diplomacy because it will make me a great power, and I need to act as such because I am one. I have to be aggressive in getting my interests across.